Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV in the new edition of our online interview presentations. And we have a new company for you, Regency Silver, first time on Commodity TV, and Bruce Bragagnolo, whom I know since the good old times of Timmins Gold, the CEO, is here with us. Bruce, welcome. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Johan. Great to see you again. Good to be here.
Yeah, great to see you again. That's really fantastic. And yeah, you are back in the business, I would say, with Regency Silver. That's fantastic. Also, you will be, I think, at Precious Metal Summit next week in Zurich also, right?
That's correct. Yeah, we'll be there Monday, Tuesday next week.
Super, that's fantastic. So we see us there because we are exclusive TV partner. And yeah, I thought it's a great idea to do an interview presentation, as we always do, with your company. And I would suggest the floor is yours, Bruce.
Thanks, Johan. Not only do I have a new company, but we've made a new discovery on our very first drill hole. So it's quite an exciting time for us, and thanks for helping us get the word out about this gold, copper, silver discovery we've made at the Dios Padre property in Mexico. We built on the work of previous option holders. Those option holders include Silver Standard Resources, First Majestic, and some others in the past. We analyzed all of the old data that we had and came up with a plan to drill off what we believed and what has proven to be true would be a copper gold discovery underneath the existing silver mine. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you can manifest success. And in this instance, that drill core that you're looking at right now is exactly what I was hoping for to come out of our first hole.
Wow.
And as you know, Johan, I've been working in Mexico for a long time. First with Continuum Resources, which owned the San Jose mine, with Silvermex Resources, which we sold to First Majestic, and also with Timmins Gold, which we built from a brownfields company to in excess of 100,000 ounce of gold a year producer over the course of a few years. And we've been on your show in the past under varying circumstances, but it's always been a pleasure to talk to you and to the audience in Europe and explain what we're doing on the ground in Mexico.
Super. All right.
And what sets Sorry,
yeah. If you want to move forward, just click the next button.
Okay, I'm good for now. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what sets this discovery apart is the elevated level of gold. Picture a 16-story building full of mineralization. We drilled 4.7 grams per ton of gold, 0.67% copper, and 23 grams per ton silver over 53.8 meters. Now, I know Mexico very well. I've done a lot of drilling in Mexico. My various companies have drilled well over 500,000 meters in Mexico. This is by far the best drill hole that I have seen from any of those drill holes, and it's far better than most of the drill holes that I've seen in the country ever. So this is a spectacular hole. 36 meters included in that 53.8 meters is 36 meters of 6.84 grams per ton gold, more copper, more silver. So this is something that comes along only every so often. It's a very unique situation with this hole. And what sets it apart is the elevated gold grade. That is the real economic driver here, is the gold grade. It's high, and we feel that we're just scratching the surface of a big system here. So I'll go on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in the past, Johan, I've been with you on your television program with Timmins Gold. Mm-hmm. Timmins Gold, we built from an IPO market cap of $7 million to a market cap of US $475 million. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of shoe leather, but we got the word out, and we peaked our production at 121,573 ounces of gold. Now, we built that with very little capex. Our capex was around $40 million at the time, and we spent our money very wisely, and we built a very nice mine up north of Hermosillo. So I've been in this jurisdiction before. The Dios Padre property is also in Sonora, Mexico. Silvermex, we went all through Mexico looking at silver properties. Once again, IPO, $7 million, and we sold that to First Majestic for $175 million. And then with Continuum Resources, we took the San Jose mine from basically a discovery, and then we sold it to Fortuna Silver, and they've done an excellent job with that mine, and they've built it up into their flagship asset. So I've had a lot of experience in Mexico.
Yeah, definitely. And I just interviewed Jorge, and I was really impressed by Fortuna Silver also. So that looks to me like you want to do just again the same thing.
This is
low market cap turn into a high market cap.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. But this is a different situation now. Right now, in the last cycle, the value went to developers of assets. We built, you can see on the bottom right-hand corner, the picture of the mine. We took that from a field, and we put in a big crushing circuit to crush the ore. And we have big leach pads and a lot of infrastructure. Those types of deposits are sold now. They're reaching the end of their mine lives because it's been 10, 15 years. And the majors have not replenished their resources and reserves. So the age right now is the age of the explorer, not the age of the developer, in my view. What the majors need are substantial resources that justify going to production, because the cost of the capex to put these mines into production has gone up a fair bit over the last 10 years. So now we don't want to be in that space. We want to be a exploration company that finds projects to fill the pipelines of the majors. Now, this area that we're in at Dios Padre is a very prolific area. Dolores of Pan American Silver is about 80 kilometers away. Mulatos is 40 kilometers away.
La India,
La India mine is 40 kilometers. And Pinos Altos is not too far either.
So that would mean around Dios Padre, let's say the infrastructure is also in good shape, right?
The infrastructure is excellent all the way through Mexico. We can drive from Hermosillo, which you can see on the left side of the map. We can drive from there to the site on a paved road, paved highway. It's 3.5 hours on a paved highway, and the last 20 minutes is by graded road. All very good. Access is excellent. There's power. There's all the infrastructure you could think of. And everywhere you go in Mexico, they have great tacos. So there's always something good to eat. It's a great mining country.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Super.
So there's been a lot of success. I mean, one of the biggest success stories of the last few years has been Silvercrest Metals, and they're just to the north of Dios Padre. It's an interesting thing here, Johan. There's the area of Dios Padre through here is the convergence of three main belts. There's the Sonora Mojave Mega Shear, which comes from the north, runs through the desert. There is the Porphyry Belt, which is mainly copper, which runs up into the United States. And then you have the silver-rich Sierra Madre Belt, which comes from the north. Sorry, which comes from the south. So this area in through here shows 3 belts meeting. So that provides an area of weakness for the mineralization to come up. And that's one of the reasons we focused on this particular area. It's got all of the right ingredients to have a large size mine. And here's the real story. What we noticed is there's 2 distinct zones here. On the top left with the yellow, you can see the historic Dios Padres silver mine that was mined going back into the 1600s. That is a high-grade, large structure. And with the new Leapfrog software, the modeling software, you can see the dip of the mineralization, certainly the dip of the grade, is 45 degrees to the north. This is a cross section looking to the west. So you can see a fairly large structure. Now, previous operators have tried to drill underneath and hit the extension at depth. But when you look at that model and the block model, you can see the mineralization and the grade dipping to the north. So then a previous option holder had done some induced polarization surveys to the north, and induced polarization sends a charge, electrical charge, into the earth, and then depending on the signal that comes back, you can tell with some degree of certainty whether there's pyrite below or something that has a different signature bouncing back up. So there is a chargeability anomaly just beside the silver mine. So we had a look at this and we said, okay, we've got silver mineralization dipping 45 degrees to the north. We've got a chargeability anomaly, which is definitely not the same as you would find at Dios Padre. So we have a big chargeability anomaly. You can see at the mine, there's very little chargeability, and the mine is at the bottom here. So we decided that we had to drill a hole that was going to intercept the dip going to the north, and we hit it exactly where we expected to hit it. And not only did we hit it, we hit elevated gold grades. I mean, the copper would show up very well, but the gold is exceptional here. And as you can see from the previous, that's it right there. And the bottom of that hole is mineralized. So now we have to go up dip, we have to go down dip, and we have to go laterally to the east and west. We have to go from here to here and from here to here. And we have to drill, we have to run more IP first to get the exact signature at depth, because the old IP was only designed to see down 250 meters. So we went deeper than that.
So how many meters are you planning for 2023? What would that cost?
Well, for 2023, the plan is to, first of all, we're going to run the IP and get the signature of the drill hole really perfected so that we know exactly what to look for around that 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer. And we have to see a bit deeper. That's step one. The second step is we just acquired more land in the region. So that the next step there is to do a regional flyover with magnetics and VTEM, so we can see fairly deep or deep enough. And then we plan to drill, and we plan to keep drilling depending on results, of course, but we plan to keep drilling until we've got a reliable resource on Dios Padre. Now, what does that entail? I wouldn't accept less than a 50,000 meter drill program. So it's $200 a meter in Mexico. So we'll be stepping out on 50 meter spacings. So we're looking at a $10 million US work program for next year. And we'll raise money as results come in. And we plan to continuously drill here. Something of this grade and this size, we should be able to attract a lot of attention from from probably from some majors, also from the institutional community. This is what the majors are looking for. This has the potential to be a very large deposit in the realm of 5 million ounces plus.
Okay, super.
That's what the majors are looking for.
Are you still waiting for some drill results to come in?
No, we have all the drill results in. We just got them in at the end of September, and now we're planning our next work program.
Okay.
We're lining up the drillers, and we have to go deeper. We ended in mineralization at 500 meters because the drill could only go down that deep. So we have to extend this hole. These types of deposits generally have other systems like this going down deeper. So we the potential here is for us to hit another one or two of these types of intercepts. So this is something we're very excited about. The potential here is to give the majors exactly what they want, a high grade 5 million ounce plus deposit. It's early days, and I want to stress that, but given our success on our first hole and just the size of this anomaly, there's easily room in there for 5 million ounces.
Okay, super. Any more you want to show us?
Well, that's about it. We do have some very nice silver intercepts as well.
Yeah.
Our view is that we're going to add another 3 to 5 million ounces of silver to our existing 9.5 million ounce resource.
So you have already a little resource there with 9.5 million ounces silver.
Yeah, and we did that with limited drilling, but some of the previous intercepts are very good. 32.5 meters of 408 grams with 3 kilos over 1.9 meters, 28 meters of 467 grams of silver. We drilled 12.4 meters in one of our previous holes of 558 grams. So there is some very high grade silver here already. We're going to add to that. And right now we're trading at less than $1 Canadian per ounce of silver. If we're able to expand our existing resource, we're trading at less than $1 an ounce for our silver resource, which is just shows you the market conditions these days.
Yeah, not only the market conditions, but I think also nobody knows you yet because you are quite new, I would call it.
Well, that's where you're going to help us spread the good word about our company.
Okay.
Because we're very excited about this.
Super. So what can we expect until year end and let's say Q1 next year?
Well, not much to year end, but things closed down in Mexico right about the 10th of December. So we're going to spread the word. We're going to be telling the story in Zurich. We're going to be in London. We're going to get the word of this terrific drill hole out to tell the public about us, attract some better market share is the plan. And then next year, we're going to go on the ground, run the IP. We're going to be drilling deeper. We're going to take the existing hole, which is open still, and then go down another 500 meters and then just continuously drill.
Yep.
We'll be bringing out results all through next year.
Okay, super. As I'm a shareholder of your company also now, because I bought in, because very simple, I know you. And so I see it just as a bet by now for sure. But I have a very good feeling that you will show us some extreme good things next year. So who else is a shareholder in that sense? What is management share? Do you have already larger shareholders inside? Is it only friends and family by far? What is the structure like?
Well, the structure is the insiders hold about a third of the company, just less than a third, and then it's spread out. It's mainly people that we know and have been involved in the past with Timmins Gold. A lot of them have. It's our own network. But we really haven't started the marketing of this company yet. And that's something that's going to be very exciting as as the word gets out.
Yeah.
And we've cleaned up the market now. Anybody that needed to sell or wanted to sell looks like they've already sold. So we hope that we have a good, clean market going forward, and that we can show the price appreciation through good results and through our existing results. We don't even match up right now to our existing results.
Okay, super. Last question. You said $10 million you love to spend next year. I mean, what is in the bank today? How do you want to finance that?
Well, we're going to have to go to the market for more financings. We started out, we only went public in May with a small raise of $3 million. The work program that we've done to date has chewed up most of that. So now we have to, we'll be raising money in the future. But as a junior explorer, we're going to be constantly raising money. It'll be an ongoing process for us.
All right, super. So then I look forward to meet you in Zurich. Bruce, thank you very much. It was a great first insight into your company. Please keep us posted on that and updated. And yeah, let's see. Please find another 5 million. The world needs it.
Thanks, Johan.
Thank you very much. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Bruce Bragagnolo, the CEO of Regency Silver. You heard it, a new IPO from May this year. Regency Silver also in Sonora in Mexico working. And as you know, Bruce is one of the mining veterans in Mexico. He had a lot of success stories so far. And yeah, he wants to do that again, of course. And I'm a shareholder of the company. I like the early days, of course, it's more risk, that is normal, but the reward is also much, much higher. So you should probably do your homework on Regency Silver, do some research. I think it's worth it. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.